On the MQL5 market, scalping expert advisors are a dime a dozen, so finding the best ones can be hard. There are some scalpers that have been in the marketplace for a very long time, but they can be pricey. Then there's some that are very cheap, but you get what you pay for. And then there's the GTX scalper. That is kind of the best of both worlds. On paper, it shows quality results at a bargain of the price. In this expert advisor review, we'll break down everything that you need to know about the GTX scalper and take it through our gauntlet of tests to see if the GTX scalper is the next big thing in the MQL5 market, or if it's just a waste of time and money. This is Tested.
Subscribe and smash the like button. Thanks.
GTX Scalper is a fully automated reversing trading robot that focuses in on trading the Euro-United States dollar pair on the 1 hour time frame. Created by Vladimir, this is its 11th project on the MQL5 market. The GTX Scalper platform focuses on being highly accurate and reliable, and it has been optimized and tested with 100% real tick data over the past 3 years with more than 20 brokers. What had me so curious about the GTX Scalper is that looking back at its back testing numbers, it looks very comparable to some of the better projects that we have taken a look at before, like the AI Meta and the Bonita EA, at a third of the cost. If you'd like to try the GTX Scalper for yourself, I'll place a special QR code on the screen right now so you can scan it and it will take you directly to its marketplace, where you can see its project as well as every other project that has been created by Vladimir. When you open the GTX Scalper, you will see the basic options that any expert advisor would need to succeed, including a trade and risk management section, drawdown limiter, time and date filters, and an economic news section. The developer has made the installation of the system very user-friendly by having you only have to worry about choosing what risk percentage you should use for your account. When starting the system and looking at the display, you will notice that the system is already equipped with a custom bull and bear candlesticks, and the display shows your profit and loss. From a trading standpoint, it seems like the system trades reversions at high probability U-turn areas while protecting itself against drawdown by averaging trades to eliminate potential loss and using an aggressive trail stop when in profit to generate a high win rate. When testing the GTX Scalper, we used our customary $10,000 account on a 1 hour time frame at 2% risk, back testing the last 2 years with 100% real tick data, and here was our results. This video has been sponsored by the Down Expert Advisor, available now in the MQL5 market. Its signature DAP system ensures your profits remain untouched, protecting your account against the market's unpredictability and attacking changing trends. Consistently bringing in 2 to 10% per month on low risk, it is widely considered to be the best defensive trading system in the market. Try risk-free by scanning the QR code or clicking on the link in the description. In our perfect conditions test, the GTX Scalper performed on the elite level, profiting 96% of its trades with a balanced drawdown maximum of 10% and a profit factor over 2, and a 4-to-1 consecutive win ratio. When testing systems that win at that high of a level, I typically notice that they typically struggle with high spread and slippages are involved. We ran our stress test that has randomized delays and variable spread and slippage to see if there was any differences in the GTX Scalper in imperfect conditions, and the system performed slightly better in most areas during the stress test, increasing the total net profit as well as the recovery factor. It should be noted that this system needs to be used with a broker that provides a minimum of 1 to 100 leverage, in my opinion, as the system can have high margin usage, which could lead to high drawdowns. When you put both of these tests beside each other to compare and contrast, with the low risk setting, the GTX Scalper performs slightly better in all major areas of concern when testing. As far as the GTX Scalper for prop firm trading, this system has some built-in settings like the drawdown limiter and trail stop settings that fit general rules of prop firm companies. Understanding that prop firm companies do not have a time limit anymore, we are focusing in on expected time to pass. When completing the prop firm test, we noticed that using the 0.5 risk setting, this system was able to pass phase 1 of most prop firms in about 1.5 months consistently without manual intervention. From a forward testing standpoint, this system has limited data only being monitored for 5 weeks, but during that time, the system has generated an average monthly profit of 10%, which is comparable to the consistency test scores. With less than 2 months of forward testing data, we will revisit this data after a few weeks to see if the numbers are still comparable. From a community rating standpoint, all of its customers have given the GTX Scalper 5-star ratings, which is a very good start. However, as stated before, we will provide an update in a few months regarding our community score to see if the performance of the system has been positive for all customers. With that being said, the GTX Scalper is a very promising project and it has a very reasonable price. After reviewing all of the data, the GTX Scalper scored an 87 because of its elite win rate, low drawdown, and it being a plug-and-play system, with the negatives being that it can be over-leveraged and is a relatively new project on the MQL5 market. More importantly, what do you think about the GTX Scalper? Would it be a system that you'll be interested in testing yourself? And which system should we look at next? We would love to hear your feedback. This was Expert Advisor Reviews, and we'll see you in the next video.